with a purple-tipped semi-erection. Page fucking 1. Sorry, I folded the book. Page 1. He's talking about his erection. Oh, hey everyone. My voice just cracked. I am not feeling cold in the slightest, I promise. My filming setup is extremely professional, and my name is Chucky Bartolo, and I know what you're thinking.
I wonder what time Lidl opens on Sunday.
You're thinking, oh wow, he's back. Well, yes, hello. So 10 years after I said this, and around 25 years after I said this, Slimo Wives. I'll post another video about this next week. I will also try, oh, I lie so much. I have finally, this is gonna get annoying fast. I have finally gotten down to sitting down and saying the word down too many times in a row. And as the title of the video implies, I have finally finished reading the first chapter of Tigne Point Bachelors. Full disclosure, I finished reading it a long time ago and I just never filmed. For a quick bout of context, reading Slimo Wives years ago was what really helped my channel jump from just being this thing that people randomly found because of my amazing SEO skills to people really enjoying my content, and then obviously I just stopped doing it because of who I am as a person. But we are back, so I shamelessly thought to continue the tradition by sending a message to the author of Slimo Wives and Tigne Point Bachelors, Gerard James Borch, and request a free copy of his book, which he sent me. I also want to say that I have an announcement to make at the end of this video, but more of that later. So now without further ado, let us dive into chapter 1 of Tigne Point Bachelors by Gerard James Borch. Also, please, before we start, you know how I said I asked for a copy? I do have to say, Gerard signed it himself and wrote me a note, which I feel, I just wrote a blank bookmark for this. I feel I should read to all of you, and it says, "To dear Chucky, wishing you a great read and multiple orgasms, Gerard." That is amazing. I also want everyone to know that this is the cover, and on it says sex, obsession, murder in Arial font. Gerard James Borch, if you don't know, is a writer from Malta. He's written like 60 of these books, but he's also contributed to a lot of Eurovision classics. So anything I say that may sound like an insult, I want everyone to know that I can never disrespect a man who had anything to do with the incredible switcheroo that Ira Roscoe did in Seventh Wonder. Seventh Wonder! But having said that, let us start with the prologue. Now, I haven't seen this since I read it 2 weeks ago, so my notes may make no sense to me. Clarification. I'm also not going to do a dramatic reading. I am, however, going to start by reading the first line. The panic pours into my bloodstream. The very second my eyes flutter open, and the first wave of dizziness hits me. My head feels heavy, second sentence I lied, as if scrambling out of a deep slumber that's had me plummeting down hundreds of meters into a dark vacuum. Extremely descriptive. You would be not wrong for thinking this was perhaps Lord of the Rings, not Gerard James Borch. So I just have these notes which I've written a long time ago, around 2 weeks ago since I read it, and I'm not sure what it means. But I can tell that it says, my metallic silver walls are undeniably sultry. And my note here says, metallic walls are not fucking sexy. What I love about this is it's from the first person's perspective. So clearly this man thinks his metallic walls are sexy, so it's more of a reflection on him. The same who also, by the way, says, my head whips up and my eyes meet the giant mirror above my bed. Is anyone surprised that this man has a mirror above his bed? We all know this. I'm stark naked, lying on a large bed, like a tall, lean Adonis. Calm down. With a purple-tipped semi-erection. Page fucking 1. Sorry, I folded the book. Page 1. He's talking about his erection. Purple-tipped. Sounds like a disease. We've turned the page. So now on this page, things get really sci-fi fantasy. I realize it's blood. Human blood. Don't know how he can tell that. Like, if you can smell the difference between like pig blood and human blood, problema. So there's that. He's holding a corkscrew. He's seeing it in the mirror. He doesn't believe it's him. And then he says, and all of this happened in seconds. Fearfully, my eyes drift upwards once more as I look closer at the mirror fixed right above the bed. Second mention of this flipping mirror. He must have paid a lot of money. A mirror which I imagine to be designed to dial up some sexiness. Wrong. But which right now is reflecting back a sight which is not pleasant at all. I'm pretty sure he's talking about a corpse, and the description this man has used is not pleasant at all. It's the sort of person you want to be hanging out with. Oh look, a dead body. Unpleasant. My mind is reeling as I desperately try to hold on to consciousness. He's about to cry. This is nice. A human moment from this asshole who puts a mirror above his bed. In a sinuous moment, I slide out of bed. My bare feet stepping on the cold granite floor. The purple helmeted warrior of love dangling over my balls. I mean, if you're going to be able to write the word balls, Gerard James Boyd, who wrote so many sweet songs from my childhood, if you're going to be able to write the word balls, you can say dick. Like, you could just say I'm a soft penis because there's a dead body, so I obviously don't have an erection. But no, my purple helmeted warrior of love. You know this asshole texts people poems like this. You know, it's just like, oh, I wish you were here. What would you do if I was there? I would show you my purple helmeted warrior of... No. Vom. The room is unearthly silent, and the only sound comes from the strains of operatic music wafting from the adjacent room. Joseph Calleja is belting out an aria from Puccini's Tosca. Now, first and foremost, is Joseph Calleja in the house, or is it just a recording? Secondly, the thing I love the most about Gerard James Boyd is the wonderful way in which he name drops every 2 seconds. That man wants you to know this book was set in Malta, and he will make sure you know, apart from the title, that this book is set in Malta. So I was going to continue, and my mind has just realized that he has just seen a dead body, obviously as flat as can be, and his purple helmeted warrior of love is hanging over his balls. For all his faults, corkscrew to the head of a random woman, stop me when I'm... It's a prologue, by the way. This is in chapter 1. The prologue ends with the Popo busting in and arresting him, and now we're probably gonna have a flashback to part 1 with a quote from Mark Twain at the start of the actual book, as opposed to the prologue, that says, "There is a charm about the forbidden that makes it unspeakably desirable." Mark Twain. I'll be honest, when Mark Twain wrote that, I doubt that this is what he had in mind. So now we've gone to chapter 1, which is called 1, Adam and Eve. Caption, Adam Costa. I think Adam might be the guy. Maybe he's corkscrew guy, maybe he's not. Chapter 1, of course, does not disappoint with an instant name drop in the second paragraph when we say, "I lean against the grey marble tiled wall of this exquisitely designed bathroom. My eyes squeezed tightly shut, humming softly to myself an Ira Losco tune spiced up by some Owen Llewellyn rap. Fancy name! Exclamation point. Okay, there's a lot to unpack there, so let's take a second. First and foremost, Ira Losco in the shower, this man gay. Secondly, Llewellyn is not that fancy of a name. Thirdly, it really tells you this book is 2019, because that's when that song came out. Unless he Simpsoned and predicted Owen Llewellyn, it's a modern-ass book with a modern-ass reference, so good on them. Nothing beats the feeling of a hot shower after sex. Even if the sex has not been anything special. From this attitude, it's most definitely the asshole with the mirror above his bed and the silver walls. It's really hard for me to let go of my work. It's not easy being one of Malta's skyscraping lawyers. I am likely to be promoted to senior partner at Vincenti and Sant Legal. That name just reminds me of all the posh people I was stuck going to school with. Who I love, thanks for watching. Apparently nothing happened for the next 2 pages because I have 0 notes written down, which is interesting. We mentioned his girlfriend, whose name is Evelyn. Haha, Adam and Eve. Oh... And it says, a good girl with acceptable looks, but unfortunately, a grumpy lack of sexiness. That's why you paint your walls silver, my dude. She's bugging him, she's asking for an earring that she lost in his house. We're flashing back to that. Comes out of the shower, wears a towel. The flax derivan linen, sorry, that was my bad pronunciation. The flax derivan linen... It's a hard one. The flax derivan linen feels soft and delightful as I wrap it around my waist. I'll be honest, I'm now picturing this guy as Ben Camille. Maybe that's just me projecting. My sense of touch is extremely accentuated. I can get a hard-on just by touching the chiseled glass or polished marble. That's some gay bullshit. If you're getting hard by touching marble, you gay. Evelyn is looking on the bottom. This is 3 pages in. This bitch has just been looking for her earring while he is like this hunky god in the shower, like touching himself, touching marble, getting an erection, moving on with his life. His probably penis still below his balls is like looking great in the shower. And this whore is just running around looking for her earrings. Like, I left them somewhere. For sure I left them somewhere. Unacceptable behavior. Oh, we've reached the last page of this chapter. We're getting ready to attend Franco Aquilina's 42nd birthday party. I don't know if this is a name drop that I don't know, but here we are. More than attending his birthday bash, I'm curious to meet his new girlfriend, whom has been kept shrouded in mystery for some time now. He's blowing from. He's been dating her for over 3 months, and none of his friends, not even me, have been able to find out who she is. Kill her, because I love her. So anyway, he's discussing this whole event with her, and he says, just call a cab. I would like to consume a high level of alcohol this evening. Because that's how people talk. She curls her lips as though not wanting to comply, but finally smiles back and stands on the tip of her toes to kiss my cheek. As you wish, sweetie. That's exactly what she had answered earlier on in the day when I had hit the recline button on the deluxe Archeptio designer sofa in petrol blue. Fucking gay! And asked her if she would like to give me blowjob. Give me a. While I followed the CNN coverage of a bomb planted next to the Eiffel Tower. I don't like him, but I can respect this man. Also, if how I'm picturing him in my head is true to what is being described, if he hit the recliner on the sofa and I was there, you can watch CNN, I'll listen. Anyway, guys, that is chapter 1 and the prologue all done and dusted. I did tell you I have an announcement to make, and here it is. So I've been talking about how bad I'm at procrastinating and wasting time, so I've decided to add deadlines with pressure from you guys. I'm too nice to myself as a freelance boss. I'm too nice to myself. So you guys are now going to be the pressure as I have a posting schedule, which I haven't had in around 5 years. But in those days it works, and I'm hoping it works in this one as well. So here is what it's going to be like. The first Monday of every month is going to have a series called Master of Jack, where I will be spending 4 to 5 hours sitting down learning something I have never done on camera, trying to go from absolute beginner zero to absolute not too bad at it, which is good enough for me. On Tuesday, there will be a regular vlog similar to this with different styles coming up every single week, every single Tuesday. Here, I'm gonna try post on Facebook. Not sure how that's gonna go down. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, but that's gonna happen on Tuesday. On Wednesdays and Thursdays, the deadlines are my own, nothing to do with you. And on Friday, we will be having another video, but this time it will be part of like a mini series of around 4 to 5 episodes each time, different chunks. So for example, Tigne Point Bachelors will be one series, so those videos might come out on Fridays. I have a couple of other videos similar to the Eggs Banter. I also forgot to mention 2 important things. 1, this is happening starting February. 2, I will also be having a podcast on Monday. I haven't decided what, where, why, how. I have a nice microphone, a enjoyable voice when I podcast, and I just love the concept of not having to film but still communicating with you through a different medium you can listen to on public transport when you're doing the cleaning, blah blah blah. We will figure that one out. So far we have first Monday of the month, Master of Jack. Every single Monday, new podcast. Every single Tuesday, new video. And every single Friday, we are going to have a mini series video. So that is 2 videos, 1 podcast a week, putting a nice amount of pressure on myself, which I enjoy. This is the sort of shit I love. If you have any suggestions for what you'd like to see, please leave them down in the comments below. Enough rambling from my end, and I will see you all very, very soon. Mwah. Great start. Oh, hey everyone.